Welcome to our channel. Let's go with Titi and Nao. Today, we are excited to share our story of traveling to Europe. This series follows our European adventure, where we visited a country by train. We will share our experiences, tips, and even the challenges we faced during the trip. In episode 1, we will take you through the process of preparing for our journey. Let's get started. Have you heard about the new requirement for entering Europe called EES and ETIAS starting in 2024? At the beginning of the year, we learned that they might be delayed until 2025. I've always wanted to travel to Europe, and I thought it might be easier to travel before these requirements come into effect. Additionally, with recent economic inflation worldwide, it will be more costly to travel in the future. So we decided that now is the right time. Our travel fund came mostly from our piggy bank. It would have been enough if we had traveled a few years ago, but the situation is different now. So we need to budget tightly and manage our expenses carefully. We may not be young, but our minds are super young. That is why we decided to go backpacking with a Eurail train pass, which has always been one of my bucket list items. To get the lowest airfare, we searched every destination in Western Europe: Lisbon, Madrid, London, Amsterdam, Paris, and more. Finally, we found that flying to Frankfurt was the cheapest option in June. Our trip would last about 3 weeks. It had some relatives in Europe, so we are excited to visit them while traveling by train. When searching for airline tickets, we used Expedia, Google Flight, Kayak, Cheap Flight, and airline official websites. We made sure to check if the tickets were refundable or non-refundable, whether we could change the schedule, if baggage costs were included, how many transits were needed, and most importantly, the overall cost. I created a provisional trip schedule starting from Frankfurt and heading south to Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. From there, we plan to go north to France, England, Belgium, and the Netherlands. By the time we reached England, the climate would be warmer, so we wouldn't need to pack a variety of clothes. However, Titi wanted to go north first, so we decided to leave the final decision until we arrive in Frankfurt. Initially, my expectations were high. I thought we could visit at least 9 countries. While planning to our travel route, I realized that if we tried to visit too many countries, we'd spend most of our days on trains. Next, we needed to purchase our Eurail passes. Choosing the right pass option required careful consideration. Our options were a 15-day pass with 2 months, or a 20-day consecutive pass. After many train route simulations and cost calculations, we decided on the 22-day consecutive Eurail pass. Using Eurail pass to travel requires making some seat reservation in advance. This was one of our biggest challenges, especially since we didn't have specific destinations planned before leaving our home country. The reservation system and route selection were quite confusing. I read several blogs and watched YouTube videos to learn as much as possible. The most essential tool for making reservations were having internet access on our phones and a credit card. We downloaded the Eurail Planner app, which helped us navigate the reservation process and select the best route. Whenever I travel overseas, I usually purchase an international data plan for my phone. However, I often run out of high-speed data in the middle of my trip. Depending on the country, the signal reception can be weak or the internet might not work at all, forcing me to buy a local SIM card. For this trip, since we are visiting many countries, I wasn't sure if I could get reliable internet access through my usual data plan. So I decided to purchase prepaid SIM card for Europe in advance through Amazon. I bought several different SIMs from various companies and regions, hoping that this would ensure good coverage throughout our journey. In another episode, I will share what happened with our SIM card experience in Europe. In recent years, contactless and credit card payment have become increasingly popular and dominant worldwide. In the past, we relied on travelers' checks for peace of mind, as they protected us against loss or theft. Credit cards also provided a sense of security, but nowadays, savvy thieves can skim cards and steal phone money. To avoid huge bills after the trip, we decided to take the risk of carrying cash with us and use it whenever possible. Before leaving Europe, we exchanged our money into euros along with a small amount of British pounds and Swiss francs. We were ready to travel in Europe. We minimized our luggage to only the necessary items and jumped on the plane. In the next episode, we will share our journey to the first destination with more pictures and stories. Until then, goodbye for now. Thank you for watching our video. We hope our travel planning process gives you some ideas for your next trip to Europe. If you enjoyed our video, please subscribe for more upcoming adventures. See you soon!